You won't believe what happened to me last summer in the depths of the Pacific Northwest. It was supposed to be a simple getaway, a chance to disconnect from the noise of everyday life and immerse myself in nature's embrace. Little did I know, I was about to step into a world where myths blur with reality. I set out early one morning, the mist still clinging to the forest floor like a shroud. The trail was less of a path and more of a whisper, weaving through towering evergreens that seemed to touch the sky. The air was crisp, filled with the scent of pine and earth, and the only sounds were the soft crunch of my boots and the distant call of a solitary bird. As I ventured deeper, the forest grew denser, the light filtering through the canopy in fragmented rays. Time seemed to slow, each moment stretching into the next. I felt a strange sensation, a tingling at the back of my neck, as if unseen eyes were watching my every move. Then I heard it, a low, guttural sound that resonated through the trees. It wasn't the groan of wood or the cry of wildlife, it was something else entirely. My heart pounded as I scanned the shadows, searching for the source. That's when I caught a glimpse of a massive figure moving between the trees, there one moment and gone the next. I told myself it was just a trick of the light, perhaps a deer or a bear. But deep down, I knew this was different. Curiosity battled with caution as I pressed on, drawn by an inexplicable pull. The forest seemed to breathe around me, each rustle and snap heightening my senses. Suddenly, the path opened into a small clearing, bathed in golden light. In the center stood an ancient tree, its gnarled branches stretching out like twisted arms. At its base, I noticed footprints, huge, human-like, but far larger than any person could make. My pulse quickened. Could it be? Before I could process, a shadow fell across the clearing. I looked up to see a colossal figure emerge from the tree line. Covered in dark, matted hair and standing upright, it towered over me. Its eyes were deep and knowing, reflecting a consciousness that both terrified and intrigued me. We stood there, locked in silent observation. I was frozen, not out of fear, but out of awe. The creature tilted its head slightly, almost as if it were as curious about me as I was about it. In that moment, everything else faded away. The world narrowed to just the two of us. Then, with a fluid grace that belied its size, it turned and disappeared back into the forest. The spell broken, I released a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding. Part of me wanted to follow, to seek out this enigma, but another part urged me to respect the boundaries of this wild place. As I made my way back, the forest seemed different, more alive, more connected. Every sound, every movement held new meaning. I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd been given a glimpse into something profound, something that most people only hear about in legends. Back at my campsite, under a sky glittering with stars, I reflected on what had happened. Had I really seen Bigfoot, or was it a figment of an overactive imagination? The line between reality and myth had blurred, leaving me with more questions than answers. But maybe that's the point. Some experiences aren't meant to be fully understood, only felt. And sometimes, the mysteries of the world reveal themselves when we least expect it. So the next time you wander off the beaten path, keep your eyes open and your mind receptive. You never know what wonders await in the unexplored corners of the world.